Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go from NRG Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Shotgun now, first round. He'll get this one to Brooks. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Aziz Al-Shire that time on the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Escapes the pocket. He breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the first down marker.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
That one's cut along the left sideline. He got 24 yards on the play, and it sets up a Houston first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop. He even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
2nd and 3 now. Stroud off the play fake. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a first down. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. From the gun, Stroud. Into traffic, complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. A lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Offense up to the line fast. Mixon. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They have second and pretty long here. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Schultz with the catch. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. They're going for this. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
And in for the Houston touchdown. So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Stroud now. Go try and force it into the slant. It's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, a run to Mixon. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Working quickly here. It's Mixon on second down. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. A 9-yard rip on the ground there, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. And the Texans go in nickel coverage, third down. Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
It's fourth down.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Throwing is Stroud. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Out of the shotgun, a gift to Mixon. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Offense in the hurry-up here. Stroud throwing here on first. Score, touchdown, Houston! The Texans get more points to end a lopsided first half. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. First down, Stroud. This is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Azeez Al-Shire has it. And the Texans might be able to get some points late after the interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it inside the 10. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he drives this forward to the 6. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. This from just 23 yards away. Everly's kick is good. And our first half ends with 3 points. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Going right side, mixing with it. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 32. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So march it forward after they accept the penalty. A chance to get off the field goes by the wayside. The defensive penalty keeps him out there. They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Texans are finally stopped on the return, but they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone. Oh man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Running left is Mixon. Room inside the 10. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it! And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
To the air, Stroud. He's up, and he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans push their lead further to start the half. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call it could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Dameon Pierce now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On the ground again with Mixon. Still working past the 40. The 30. He's at the 10. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans lower the deficit they face. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. On play action, here's Stroud. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces throwaway.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Stroud. Search it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Texans football as we start the 4th, and they hold a commanding advantage here. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here's Stroud. Escapes out to the left. He's running for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 28 out of that play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Keeping it with Mixon. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Azeez Al-Shire has it.
Intercepted by the Texans. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now it's Stroud. Dell with the grab. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Looking to throw, Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll come up first and 10. He's going to throw this one. Into the hands of Schultz. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Connection made to Dell. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Houston calls it second timeout. They're now set for first and 10.
First down, Texans.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Complete to Dell. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is complete to Schultz. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Has it down close. Touchdown, Houston. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
The Texans will line up for the two-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And he's got a man. Complete. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down to the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Pierce now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 25. So it's a win for the Texans. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, it always feels so much better dealing that one in the elbow.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, and also the ones that you know best. So, yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing on. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.
It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. About ready to get this one started. Jaime Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from KC. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Throwing to get things started is Mahomes. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's Mahomes. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Here's Pacheco. A short game, down to the 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal. One more time with Pacheco. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. Themselves up for 3rd and goal. They go play action with Mahomes. And he's in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Chiefs. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
They'll run with Pacheco, and he's in for the 2. So just like that, a quick 8-0 lead. Kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. First carry for Joe Mixon. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's Diggs. Down the right sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. Stroud comes to the line. The Texans going for 2.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So all even at 8 as this kick is sent airborne. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Mahomes back. Open man downfield. It's Kelsey. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 8-8 is the score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, it's Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
A give here to Pacheco. And he finds his way into the end zone again. Good stretch, finding the goal line, the touchdown, and the 2-point conversion. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6, mark it at the 31. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. from the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. The throw left side finds Dell. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. Here's Stroud. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. Back to throw. Stroud. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's incomplete. Daring Hall on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. First down throw. Mahomes. Down the field, he's got Kelsey. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. Here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They will work the middle with Mixon. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Mixon. And he's trying to get upfield but cannot do it. Knocked backwards to the 2.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So we've reached halftime here at Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's with the coaches, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see if we come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They'll run on first down with Mixon. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. To throw is Stroud. That is going to be intercepted by Trent McDuffie. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle's made at the 23-yard line. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Kamari Lassiter there on the stop. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. On first and 10, here's Pacheco. They'll take this forward for about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. On the handoff, this is Pacheco. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. Now the former rushing champ. It's Kareem Hunt. Oh, big hole left side. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, KC. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On second down, Stroud. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. All three timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. It is 2nd down and 5. They'll drop to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Stroud. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. Stop at the 6. And that sets up 3rd and goal. Now, Stroud. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession. So they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Now, Stroud. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. He keeps it himself. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They send their fans home quite